Alright, what's up guys? We're working on the B18 CRX today. We're doing upper and lower arms, axles, and alternator. So far we got basically everything out other than the ball joint for the lower arm. And we are working on getting this axle out right now. You know how we post it up, though. Dylan be mad struggling now.
Okay, we are back from a little bit. We actually got the first driver's side axle out, along with the, I think it's called an intermediate shaft. This is a replacement, have the other one for the other side. We still haven't got this ball joint out. We haven't been working on it. We're actually trying to drop the alternator right now. We had a bad alternator. As you can see, it's pulled out, leaning down.
Look at this. I just got oil over my arm reaching for the alternator.
Damn, bruh. We are at, damn. Yeah, so we're draining the oil, as you can see. The oil filter was kind of in the way for some reason, trying to drop the alternator. Seemed like other people could do it, but for some reason we couldn't. So we're just draining it because I'm sure it hasn't been drained in a while. It looks like water anyway. So I'm sure it was time for a drain anyway, so. Yeah, we'll update you. Yeah, like I was saying, as you guys can tell, our channel name is Yada Bros. And like I was saying before, we actually created this channel about, what, 2-3 years ago? Back in 2017, 2018? 3 years ago? That's crazy. As he had this one right here, it's a 2003, of course, Miata NB. And I actually recently picked up mine about like 5 or 6 months ago. This is also a 2003 5-speed. And everything. It's currently lowered, not much done to it. It's basically bone stock, very clean. I'm pretty happy with it, but of course you guys will be seeing content on this car soon to come, hopefully in the next few days. And of course we'll show his Miata in a second, and of course when it gets daytime we will do proper videos showing both of them and introductions and everything like that. Okay, as you guys can tell, we're working on a CRX right here. This is actually a 1991 Honda CRX with a B18 B1 swap. Just do a quick little walk around. This one is a manual. It's kind of hard to see, but it is a manual 5-speed with a GSR trans. Basically stock, everything besides the engine, of course, which, I mean, changes it. We actually did not swap this. I did buy it swapped, unfortunately, which is kind of makes it a little worse because I don't know exactly what is done to the engine, or like what is done for the swap and what it's missing. But it was already swapped running. I drove it home perfectly fine. It's like a 40 to 50 minute drive on the highway. It was a little sketch, but it wasn't bad. So it is running. We have to do the alternator like we're doing it now. And we are rebuilding the suspension on both sides on the front, doing both new sides axles, motor mounts, all 3 of them, the trans and both motor mounts on the sides. And there that bitch go. Look at that. Easy works. Okay. So, like I said, it's basically getting like a full rebuild of all the suspension and stuff just for it to be my daily, because this is going to get some changes.
New alternator in. GG.
Okay. You can see down in there, the belt's all on. The connectors are all plugged in and screwed back into the top. So the alternator is good. I think next we're going to try to tackle motor mounts, which it should not. The front 2 should be that hard. The back one's going to be ass. The front one's just right here. It's 1 bolt and a couple bolts on the motor. Other one is right behind the battery tray. Of course, the battery and intake's already off, as you can see. This one, and then there's one that's really hard to see. I don't even know if you guys can see it for real. But it's back behind all this stuff, and we'll show you if we can. I'm not sure. Number 1 out. As you can see, absolutely fucking destroyed.
Fuck that hoe.
Jesus Christ. Ah. That's awful. Do you see that? How fucked that is. Okay. So we got the first motor mount in on the driver's side. It's just the 1 bolt, of course, that holds it to the actual chassis of the car, and then the 2 bolts on the top of the bracket. It's pretty easy. We had to hammer it in. We had a little bit of difficulty, but it's not too bad in the end.
Stick a screwdriver through and Wiggle waggle it, it'll line up.
Facts. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to this one. As you can see on the aftermarket mount, there is, I guess these are all aftermarket, but there's 1, 2, and then 3 holes on this one. That means there's 3 bolts down here, of course. One's gonna be underneath the battery tray. One's right on the back of this. You can see it right there. And then one is gonna be decently easy to get to, and it's gonna be, yeah, right there. You can see it.
Therefore, they all gonna be a bitch.
Facts. I mean, it's a fucking 30-year-old car, bro. We'll get back to you when we get it all. Okay, so we got the other motor mount on, or out, as you saw. We just got this one put in. We ended up having to take the battery tray out, which isn't too big a deal. It's only 3 bolts, one right there, one up there, and then one right under there. It's pretty simple, just 3 12 mils. There's 2 bolts, as you can see, the ones that I was talking about earlier, the one that is kind of hard to see under the battery tray. That's why we took it out. And then the other one, we had to get out with just a wrench because we couldn't fit a socket or anything back in there, which is behind the mount that he's putting in right now. Another thing we used is like a pry bar kind of thing, or like a flathead actually, to try to line up the bolts a little more because for some reason they were a little tiny bit off. But hell yeah. I told
y'all, just stick the screwdriver in and wiggle waggle her around.
And it fucking worked, bruh. So again, that's the second motor mount. We'll catch up to you after this one's fully finished to get the third one, which is going to be the worst one, 110%. But hell yeah, brother, we're getting her done. Getting a little visit from the shop dog. What's up, puppy? Shit, man. She ain't lining up, brother. Gotta get her out. The last one's being a bitch. It ain't working, bro.
No. Lexi, you fix this shit.
You got this? You coming to help? You coming to help?
I'm not done. No.
Motor mount's been pissing us off. We're taking a little break. Go whip on the lit ass bike, so we got. Yo. Dark as fuck out. It's getting late, Jeremy. So out on a ride, we stumbled across the wild R32, which is pretty sick. Black, that is dope. XXRs, kind of whack, not gonna lie. Willwoods, those are pretty lit. It's been sitting out here for a few days, I think, and showing no love to this babe. GTST. Oh shit. Straight pipe. That's lit. That's hella lit. Of course, can't really see through that, but right hand drive, it is manual. That's pretty fucking dope, to be honest. Cool little car to stumble across on the ride. Okay, so it's been actually a couple weeks since we recorded the first video. The video that you just watched. Sorry if the lighting's a little weird or you don't know where I am. I'm in my basement right now. It's where my setup and shit is. But we didn't record an outro or anything, and I continued recording the next day, and I decided to make that a different video since there's enough content there to make another video. So I didn't record an outro, so I wanted to do that here, and I wanted to say a couple things. Thank you for watching, first of all. We really appreciate it if you are here. Bear in mind with us, we're brand new to this. We don't know exactly what we're doing yet. Jeremy and I did this way back in the day, but it's a whole different time now. We're working a whole different projects. We used to do gaming videos. We used to do, I think he did like tech videos, stuff like that. So I did want to say thank you again for watching, and please just bear with us. We'll get the ball rolling and we'll figure out what we're doing. Thank you.